Yes. Come on, are you there?
Yes, sir, we are here.
Can we start?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, done.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
So now let us discuss something about those two documents which I have shared with you. I think the slide is visible to you where TAM is written, television audience measurement.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you look at this slide, you will find something very interesting. See, we had an organization by the name TAM Media Research. In fact, it was a joint venture between AC Nielsen, Kantar Media, Indian Market Research Bureau, or IMRB, and they were supposed to, in a way, provide us details about how popular a particular television channel is and advertisement revenues of channels. And in fact, I think all of you are aware that they depend on advertisement budgets of corporates, and there is a terminology which they use, that is GRP, that is gross rating points. In fact, this is generated by particular channel and audience demographics. There were devices known as peopleometer devices, which cost roughly around $2,000. These devices were installed in various homes by TAM, and based on these, feedback that was obtained through these devices, this organization was into the business of rating the various television channels. So just look at the figure, the sample base that they had. They had installed around 8,000 peopleometer devices. Now, peopleometer, what is this peopleometer? You can imagine it's something like a set-top box. And this set-top box, those panel members who agreed to be part of the panel, and now just try to recollect what we discussed in longitudinal designs. So these, in fact, you can imagine that a kind of it was part of, or it is part of longitudinal design. And these panel members, once they agreed to be part of this panel, uh, what was happening was that these peopleometer devices were being installed in their homes. So this device was installed. You can say say somewhere between the set-top box, the DTH box that these people had, and their television sets. So if you change any channel or switched or surfed any channel, or when you're watching any program, so it was recorded that which was the channel that you are viewing, and then what time you viewed, the duration that you viewed, how much, and of course you can easily find out that for how long you continued with that channel before you switched to some other channel. And then at the back, what they were doing was that they were superimposing the data that they were generating through this platform, through this device, with the schedule that they already had. So they could easily find out that which channel was viewed, for how long it was viewed, and whether you allowed yourself to be exposed to the commercial messages or advertisements which were there in these channels. So these devices were roughly 8,000 in number, and based upon these 8,000 devices, we were getting ratings for various channels. And I'm talking of all India. I'm talking of all India, feedback regarding how popular a particular channel was, and this was being done with the help of these 8,000 peopleometers. Then, okay, something interesting. So because we have got so used to mobile phones nowadays, so I thought I came across something interesting. So looks silly, but the kids are finally listening to her, because she had installed this. So okay. So media, let us look at media and entertainment industry. What is the scenario as far as our country is concerned? So you'll find that, you see, it is said that this particular industry is the world's fastest growing industry. That is, I'm talking of media and entertainment market. It's the world's fastest growing market. And it is, PricewaterhouseCoopers, in one of the reports which I read recently, and in fact it has been reported very widely in media also. They have estimated that this will be clocking around a CAGR of 10.75%, and it will be touching around 4.12 trillion rupees by 2025. So you can imagine that the amount of money that is involved here. And in 2020, in fact, the total revenue that was generated from advertising sector in India was, say, 596 billion rupees. So, and in 2023, this is expected to go up to 900 billion rupees. So again, see, huge amount of money, and in the kind of business, the kind of size that we are dealing with and we are talking of. So all that has to be kept in mind by us. So next is, see, if you look at this graph, you will find that how it has been growing since 2008 to what is a picture. Of course, the data is slightly old in the sense that it is telling us what was happening up to 2020, but it can give us a very nice idea regarding how things have been moving. And of course, there has been a dip as far as 2020 or some period prior to it is concerned. Some people say it may be because of the COVID or because of some other reasons, but there has been a slight dip. But of course, things are picking up now. Now let us now move to the trends. I tried to find out that how many channels are we currently having. So most of these reports they are sharing, even BRC says that around 892 TV channels are currently there, and of these 332 are pay channels. And the number of television viewing homes in India, it has increased by around 7%, and now the figure stands at around 210 million homes, and this has grown. And total number of households, in fact, in India, according to BARC, around 300 million households. So out of these 210 million households, they claim that they are having television sets. And roughly you have 70 million DTH subscribers in India. That is the figure that we had by the end of March 21st. Then viewers are using TV screens for various purposes. They are using it for watching DVDs, for playing video games, watching time shift viewing, accessing teletext, personal computer offering online services. Then they are using it for TiVo services. For example, what exactly this TiVo does is that it helps us in providing on-screen guides, for example, for broadcast programming, television programs, and nowadays even you must have come across various types of news connected to you see on-demand television, and also where you have programs where items are hyperlinked in a way. So if you like, for example, a particular product which is there on the screen, you simply click on it using either the touch sensitive screen, or for example you have some kind of pointing device, and you can access details regarding the product which is being worn by a celebrity or somebody on the screen. So you can get details about the product, from where you can purchase, and so on. So interesting developments are happening in this domain. Then what is the criticism, or what has been the criticism regarding TAM? So they said that maximum at one point they had around 8,000 people meters, but most of the time it was 5,000 people meters that were working, and there was absence of external auditing, and these people meter devices interestingly did not properly cover the Hindi belt, and these devices were altogether absent for obvious reasons from rural India. So TAM claims that they were covering around 73 cities, but towns with a population of less than 10 lakhs were not being covered by them. TAM, in fact, did not represent even the affluent homes, and because in certain cases it was found that they were not allowing these devices to be installed in their homes because of privacy reasons. So these were the even practical issues from the point of view of TAM. Then we had Nielsen Peopleometer. It was installed in every TV set in panel homes, and in fact earlier this channel viewing behavior was being recorded using diaries, and we switched from diaries to Peopleometers somewhere in 1990. And as already I shared with you, these Peopleometer devices were quite costly. They were costing around $2,000 per device. So each meter was capable of accurately recording or monitoring and storing individual information pertaining to individual panel member or the households that we had on the panels. And it could do it for every second, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And some recent advances have taken place. Now what they're doing is that they're installing a SIM, just like we have in our mobile phones in this device. So the advantage now that they have is that they can remotely download the data without even visiting our homes. So earlier they used to visit our homes, they used to download the data from the Peopleometer device after regular intervals. But nowadays they install SIM cards in this device, and remotely this entire data can be downloaded. So the advantage that you have, if you have device which is similar to Peopleometer, we will see that in case of a BARC, which came into existence in somewhere in 2015. So they are using barometers. They have given the name barometer to this Peopleometer. So they too are using these SIM cards in these devices, and the advantage is that suppose you want to find out that how many people viewed a particular television program. So immediately after the program is over, you can, you as a research organization or for example, as BARC, you can log into the homes of or these barometer devices which you have installed in the homes, and of course you can program it, and automatically the data will be downloaded. So tomorrow, next day in the morning, you can share it with wider audience that how popular or how a particular program was viewed, whether the people were exposed to the promotional messages which were embedded in that program or not, and all other details that you require, and demographics can be shared with your clients even. So these developments have been happening. Now let us look at BARC. What is this BARC, and what is its relevance? So the full form of BARC is Broadcast Audience Research Council, and I've also shared with you on the screen the URL for it. So it is barcindia.co.in. So if you access this or if you visit their website, you will find on the welcome page or the first page, you will find this detail mentioned. So they are claiming that okay, they are providing details, or they have information pertaining, or the amount of money that is involved is so much, so you have to be careful. Then they claim that you see what is the design and how exactly it came into existence. So the India decided that we should be having an unbiased or a system which should provide us a very accurate and reliable and timely television audience measurement system, ratings for various channels in India, because there was a controversy around 10 years back where TAM and other organizations which were into this business, they were accused of colluding with these private entities with various television channels, and the ratings were in a way fudged. They were manufactured ratings. Though of course you may argue that something similar has happened recently also, because you must have come across news items where certain television channels, they were colluding with top people in BARC, and there was some a lot of controversy generated because of this. Though of course recently I came across news items where they have changed that person, but of course their doubts will always remain unless we are operating in a very transparent manner. But of course, the ratings which BARC provides are much more reliable than what we were getting earlier. And if you visit their website, or if you have been following the news pertaining to the popularity or the TRP ratings, you will find that they regularly come out with various types of news, or for example, reports which provide us details regarding the popularity or the ratings for various TV channels. So what exactly this BARC does is that it is trying to provide us a robust, transparent, and accountable governance framework for providing points required to plan media spends. Now, why is it necessary, or why is it important for corporates to have accurate details or correct information regarding the media, regarding how popular a particular channel is? Because based upon that, they will be deciding that whether they will be placing their ads in that particular channel or not, or when exactly the ad should be placed. Because if a channel is very popular, so the ad rates generally go up. And who are the stakeholders here? We have Indian Broadcasting Foundation, or in short IBF. We have Indian Society of Advertisers, or ISA. Then we have Advertising Agencies Association of India. And see, these the in terms of the breakup, you have 60% is IBF, ISA is 20%, and AI is 20%. So it is expected that an estimated cost of 600 crores, and the target, in fact, that they have is that they will be installing around 50,000 picometers in their panel homes. So 50,000 is a substantial, is a quite a respectable figure if you compare it to what was happening and the kind of picometer devices, or the number of devices which TAM had. TAM, if you saw in the previous slide, they had 5,000, and some people say maximum they had 8,000 devices which were installed. So of course 50,000 is a respectable number, and see, these are the logos that various entities use. The formula or the promoters for BRC are IBF and ISA, and then AAAI. So this is the formula which they're using. So now let me move to an interesting news item regarding this. Yeah, interesting information regarding BRC. How does it collect information? How does it collect data from us? And how does it share it with us? So see, what BRC has done is that they have embedded audio watermarks in case of various programs which are aired. So these audio watermarks, they are not audible to us. They are embedded in the video content, and of course they are embedded prior to the broadcast of that content. So these audio watermarks can be very easily detected, and they can be decoded by specialized kind of software, as also hardware which is installed in the barometer and which is owned by BRC. Then what happens is that barometer, what it will be doing is that it will be helping us provide the viewing details and the watermarks which are recorded by it, and then this data will be raw data will be cleaned by the servers which are located at the end of the this BRC, and they will be merged with the program content or for example the broadcast schedule, and then you can easily find out what are the details, and then you can share it with your wider audience. So in brief, this is how it is being done. So you embed the watermark. So if you, for example, are viewing that channel, so automatically information will be stored in the device. So barometer device will be recording that, and then it will be this data from barometer can be downloaded by BRC, I told you, remotely also, and then you can get details regarding the viewership data, which you can share with the clients, or if you want, you can release it for coverage by the media. So see, picometers were installed, as we were discussing, only in large homes during the earlier regime, that is the TAM regime. And today, in fact, yesterday or day before yesterday, I was trying to locate, and I saw that they have already installed, this BRC has already installed 30,000 barometers in their panel homes. And this BRC is covering the urban and rural areas. They are also covering the small towns which were not covered by TAM. And then they are also covering J&K Northeast. Interestingly, J&K Northeast was earlier not covered by TAM. And then they were claiming that they are giving us information regarding the popularity or the ratings for channels for all India. That is, pan-India ratings were being shared. But in fact, they were not covering the small towns. They were not covering rural areas. They were not covering affluent homes. They were not covering the northeast part of the country. So this BRC reports that viewership, in fact, has been growing, and if you look at they claim that they will be providing feedback regarding the viewership habits of 210 million homes, and then as I was sharing with you that they are covering all these regions which were earlier ignored. So if you have any questions up to this point, you are welcome. Yes, please. You can switch on your audios, and if you have any questions, you are welcome.
Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Sir, what's the benefit of the collecting data? So it's they are collecting the personal privacy. So
no, it is not privacy.
What's the benefit of behind this?
I think it is Rafid.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rafid, see, the issue here is that when you have agreed to be part of the panel, so this means that some issues as far as privacy is concerned, you have agreed that you will be sharing, or if they download the data, that you are agreeable. You agree to that. Fine. So it is not that they will be downloading without your consent. So it is a separate device that will be installed in your home, provided you agree to be part of this panel. Fine. It is not that they will be downloading without your consent.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so they will be, as I told you, that once you agree to be part of the panel, they will be giving you something return. Some compensation would be there. It can be in the form of gift coupons. Generally, it is not money. So once you are agreeing, then only they download. It is not that they will be, in any way invading your privacy.
Okay, sir.
Any other questions, please?
Sir, what will happen if someone get a chance to find a hack in all these things? Like we have a news in past few days that someone.
Yeah, you're very right. Muhammad Usman, you are very right. See, as I told you that there have been controversies. I told you 10 years back there was a controversy where some people were able to gain access regarding details of the panel members. So it was in the news that these panel members were approached by corporates or by media houses, by the media houses, and these media houses, they said that please give our channels better ratings or higher ratings, and then with the help of this they were able to fudge or manufacture higher TRPs. Now, what are these TRPs? They are target rating points basically, and they are basically percentage of a company's target audience that sees its commercials or advertisements. So once you are able to manufacture or manipulate this data, then you can charge higher ad rates from corporates, and you can say that your channel is being viewed by is very popular, and it is being viewed by so many people, and in fact in reality it is not being viewed. So you're very right. So it can be hacked, and it has been hacked in the past also. And recently also, if you recall, recent news last 2 years, you must have seen that there were controversies where even in case of BARC there were some allegations, but inquiries are still going on, so we cannot be very sure that what exactly was happening. So let us wait for the reports, but there have been controversies. You're very right.
Sir, yes. What if the channels are played mute?
What are?
If we play the channels and mute the volume, how
yes.
would they register the secret watermark embedded?
No. See, the thing is that, as I told you, that this device is installed in between your set-top box and the TV. So once you are surfing the channel, what is happening is that this device, because the signals are passing through this device, so this device is automatically recording. So even if you mute it, it will not be, that watermark, that information will already be there with this device, and it will be stored in the device.
You're not registering from the output, but from the input.
Yeah, because see, what it is doing is that how will it, so as to track that which channel is being viewed, so they are watermarking this. So audio watermarks are being embedded in these channels, and these watermarks are picked up by the software which is already installed in this device, and they have a specialized other circuitry for it, and then the hardware is also there installed, and then it will be decoding that watermark, and it will be recording that which channel in fact is being viewed at what time. Yes, please. Any other question? I hope at least one thing is clear to you, that if you compare what BARC is doing or BARC is doing in comparison to what was being done during the TAM regime, it is better. Now, at least they have pan-India presence. They are covering urban, rural homes. They are covering small towns. They are covering Jammu Kashmir. They are covering Northeast, which was earlier ignored by TAM. So, unless you have proper information from these parts of the country, you cannot claim that whatever picture you are presenting to your audience or to us vis-a-vis the TRPs, they are pan-India figures. And of course, another advantage that BRC has is that they have installed around 30,000 barometers already, whereas in case of TAM, they had at most 8,000 pupilometer devices installed. And as far as cost is concerned, some of you may be wondering that what is the cost of this barometer? It is costing somewhere around 15,000 rupees. So I think this cost is also less than what we had in case of pupilometer, which was around $2,000 per device. I hope. Now, next, I just try to look at the document which I have shared with you vis-a-vis, because already I've discussed that controversy and how BRC came into existence, which is, I think, the first document that you have gone through, the Word file that I've shared with you. So in the Word file, you must have seen that they have provided details regarding when it came into BRC came into existence, and then what's the role of TRAI here, and then they have also shared that what is of course don't confuse it with Bhabha Atomic Research Center. Sometimes there is a confusion because of this. Even in the media, I have seen that they have given a wrong description of this BRC because of that. So. In fact, BRC, because there is, you can say in a way, government is also involved with it, and other, so many entities which generally want that unbiased kind of figure should be there. So we expect that BRC will be in future sharing with us, better information and in a more transparent manner and in a more objective manner regarding the viewership behavior, and that can be of help to us. For example, if we are part of any corporate entity, or if we are trying to plan our media spend, that which particular channels we'll be spending and how much of money and how much of amount we have to set aside for it. So with this, we are closing today's interaction, and I'll discuss something more about this in the next interaction. Okay. So in the meanwhile, if you have any queries, so you are welcome again, because we have some time left. If you have any questions, if you have any queries, you are most welcome. Yes, any questions are there?
No, sir.
Okay. Good for me, but I hope that questions are not there because things are clear, not because you are hesitating to ask.
One of the stakeholders could be the entertainment industry.
Nidal, please can you repeat? There was some break in your voice. Nidal, please repeat.
The whole entertainment industry.
Yes.
The whole entertainment industry could also be holder in this.
Yeah, but the thing is that the stakeholders, well thought of, I think action. I think perhaps based upon a lot of research, and the government also, because I told you that they're also in a way part of it. So I think they've decided after due consideration that who all should be part of it. Yes, Anishka, Rafid, Usman, Tausif, Umama, anybody else has any questions? Uneza, anybody else? Okay, if there are no questions, thank you very much. We are breaking for today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.